Hi chat, how you doing? Hope you're all having a beautiful morning, afternoon, night, whatever time zone it may be. I'm just getting comfy in my chair. Hi guys, welcome. Hi Teal, hi Reaper, hi Aether, hi Jake, hi Skinner. Those are just the people I can see on my screen at the moment. I'm sure there's more. I hope I hop into the chat proper. Hello, hello, hello. So, we're gonna work on some animated emotes today. I've been talking to you guys for a long time about how I have so many animated emote slots and I just need to fill them, but I've never like had the time or the energy, and now I do. So some of you may have noticed, particularly if you're a subscriber, you may have noticed that we already have some animated emotes in the chat. We've got, let me see if I can find thing. We have from least favorite to most favorite so far. We have this this cursed licky emote. we have a lick emote, which, you know, you guys do whatever you want with that. We have a new spin emote where she literally just sits and spins. She just has it's like I'm spinning in the microwave, you know what I mean? And my favorite one, the one that I've been using in all of my friends' chats since yesterday. I love Yippee. Yippee is so cute. It's so sweet. But I'm working on a couple more. I have 9 animated emote slots that I can fill. And I have 5 drafted here. So this one's only 2 frames. This is going to be a clapping emote. We've got a waving emote, like a hello type emote. This one is just a still at the moment, but this is gonna be like a brick wall with me slowly creeping out of the brick wall, like a lurk emote almost. We have a we have a dry hump emote because, you know, I need it for when I'm in the boyfriend's chat. And my favorite one so far, we have big old fat ass Rosha emote. So after all this, I still have 1 free emote slot. I don't know what I'm gonna make the final animated emote, but we can worry about that when we get there. For now, we're just been chilling and drawing some fun emotes. The export is gonna take a while on these because I can't export them as GIFs with transparent backgrounds. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can export as GIF at all because my thingy is like all fucked up and broken. So I have to like put a green screen behind it and export them as MOV files and then literally go onto like a free to use website to convert the MOV into a GIF and then do all of the transparency stuff over there. It's gonna take a while. It'll probably be the longer part of the process. I don't think actually drawing these emotes will take very long. But yeah, that's what I've got. Like I said, after this, we'll have a total of 8 emotes ready to go. So I still have room for 1 slot. I don't know what my final slot's gonna be. But we don't have to have all 9 slots filled. We can just fill them as we go. Pinchurisu returned. Oh, that's nice. I want to get the hang of like doing really quick and simple animated emotes because part of me wants to, when I get verified on VGen, open animated emote like slots. The only reason why I think that might not be a good idea is because, for those of you who don't know, I want to say semi-recently, this really cheap, really easily accessible Steam game called Emote Lab came out. And it has so much customization and presets that, like, deadass, I think it might put a lot of animated emote artists in danger. Because, like, you'll have so many VTubers now that are like, well, why would I pay an artist, like, just say random for an example, $25 per animated emote, when I can make a one-time purchase of $10 and have access to make as many emotes as I want, you know? Like, I think it's good that these resources are available, but I think also it's gonna put a lot of people who rely on animated emotes for income in danger. So I don't know if I should bother opening animated emote slots when I have the time for them, because, well, you know, Emote Lab is a thing now. Do people still want to commission artists for animated emotes when they can just do it through the program themselves? I don't know. You throw in tutorial tips away? What do you mean by that? I'm dead ass. If it's because of something I said, I can't remember what I said like 5 seconds ago. I talk a lot, chat, so I tune myself out. I don't actually hear what I'm saying half the time. Oh, as an emote chucking shit behind you. I made that joke in I made that joke in one of my friends' streams. They recently became Twitch partner, and they were talking about how Twitch is like a system that you can very easily game if you know the math and you know what you're doing. and I hopped into their chat and I was like, Twitch is a game and I'm a streamer. I was too busy talking to chat during the tutorial and now I'm complaining that I don't know what I'm doing. Which I think is fair for most streamers. It could be fun. I like that idea. The boyfriend had an idea where I slowly sip from my massive, massive red cup of like tea. I don't know if I've ever posted photos of the teacup that I use for streams, but it's a pretty big teacup. So he thought it would be really funny to have a sipping, like an animated emote, sipping on the tea. And I tried to rough it out twice, like 2 separate times, and I just couldn't figure out how to get it a way that I wanted to do it. So I'm not sure if we'll do that one. I also discovered that every 50 subs to a channel, you get an extra static emote slot and an extra animated emote slot. And so now I'm kind of like, ooh, do I make that like a core part of my next subathon? I don't know when my next subathon's gonna be, to be quite honest. Because I really only want to do it for celebrations. I don't want to be like, oh my god, I need money, I have to do a subathon, because like, I don't know. It kind of takes away some of the fun of subathon. So I don't know when the next one's gonna be. But I thought like, ooh, if every 50 subs we get extra slots, then maybe I should incorporate that into my next like event. Because I would love to be one of those streamers that just has so many fucking emotes that like you honestly don't even know what to do with it. You know? I love making silly shit when I finally sit down and have the time to do it. I love making silly shit, so it would be really, really cool to be one of those streamers that's like got like the seemingly infinite emote list. I have 9 animated emote slots now. I know that if I switch from stream elements to Twitch alerts, then I can get another 2 more. I don't know if I'm gonna switch to Twitch alerts just for 2 emote slots. Maybe if I get desperate for the extra animated slots, I might, but I think for now 9 is enough, considering I only have like ideas for 8. Oh no, you know what would be a great animated emote chat? Wait, hang on. You know what would be a great animated emote chat? Let me hop over to like a blank frame, right? It's similar to like your idea, Jake, of like throwing away the tutorial, but think of, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Right? Just pretend this is me for a second. Right? She just sits there like this with this expression, and then slowly from the bottom of the screen, you see this. Right? So it starts out like this, just her face, and then it goes, ooh, because I'm dyslexic as fuck and I'm always mixing up my left and right. So how funny would that be? I think that's it. I think that's it. I need to get rid of this because it's on the wrong frame. But I need to like write that down somewhere. Do I have, where are my post-it notes? Oh, does boyfriend still has my post-it notes? Okay, 1 second. Actually, wait. I can just put it in my notebook. Apology yesterday when we were in the same stream. Oh, hi, Emo Cat Girl. How are you doing? Welcome in. Nice of you to stop by. Thank you so much for the follow. Let me literally just draw the exact same thing that I drew on Toon Boom, but on a post-it note. There we go. Now when I get to it, I have it. Perfect. Well, now I have no more emote slots. Right. I'm gonna draw like every aspect of this but the hands for now. Because the hands are the only part of this emote that move. The rest of it's pretty static. This one's probably the easiest one to do. Seemed really sweet to the wolf, so I thought that was Slay and had to follow you too. Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that you were from Hal's stream. I was in a couple of streams yesterday, so I couldn't remember which one. But thank you. Hope you're doing good as well. I am. A little bit tired, but I'm always a little bit tired, so... Having a chill time. We're gonna animate some emotes for a few hours, and then we're gonna do... I think we're gonna do Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 after this, because I've played Resi 1. I did a massive stream with Hal, where we 100%ed Resi 3 Remake in one sitting. And then I jumped straight into Resi 1 OG, and I think the community is a little bit burnt out on Resident Evil streams. I think we need a break. Mad tired too. I love it. It was fun. Well, I'm glad you had fun at the very least. That's nice. I love the silly expression that I put on all of these emotes, because the emotes are so small. I don't want to do too detailed, which is why you'll see, like, on the animated emotes, my model doesn't have the stripes on her wrist. Like, hang on, these. She doesn't have them in the emotes because the emotes are so small. Like, it just wouldn't matter. But I like that they all have the same stupid face. Alright, now that that's done, I'm gonna draw the hands in different colors so I can cheat. Probably gonna get some food. Oh yeah, during the starting soon screen, I was actually eating. I had like started eating lunch like 10 minutes before stream, and then I checked the time and I was like, oh, the starting soon screen is supposed to start right now. Okay, and then I just popped the stream. I clicked go live while I was still eating lunch. It was good though. I finished. We're all good. It was tuna bake. I love tuna bake chat, but I put like chili flakes throughout it, so it was like spicy tuna bake. Really good. Woke up so late and gotta make dinner. I always feel bad when I wake up late. I always try to make sure that the latest I get out of bed, unless I'm like, you know, dying of sickness or pain or whatever, is like 9:30 at the very latest. Because to me, once it hits 10 o'clock, that's not morning anymore. Like, it's not afternoon, but it's not morning either. So I feel like I've wasted my morning. But, what's it called? Whatchamacallit? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm too busy focusing on the colors and how I'm gonna, like, overlay this on the other frame. Because the reason why... I think I've mentioned this before on stream. The reason why when I make animations in Toon Boom, I will draw separate sections as separate colors is because Toon Boom's got this really fun tool. You guys can't see it because it's covered up by the top, like, star in the border, but it's like a red arrow. And when you click on it, you can just click on a color and it'll select everything that you've drawn in that color. So it just makes selecting and moving and editing stuff way easier, which is why sometimes when you see me drawing frames in Toon Boom, I've got like, sometimes up to like 6 colors on a sketch. Because all those 6 parts are like independent parts that are gonna move separately from each other, and it's just easier. And that's why when I sketch in like Clip Studio, you don't see me use different colors. I sketch in Clip Studio in one color because Clip Studio doesn't have this feature. Alright, so I'm gonna take, speaking of what I was literally just talking about, I'm gonna take the green. I'm gonna take red. And then I can just kind of everything from here. Wake up at 6 a.m. naturally nowadays. If only my back work, I could be productive. Some days I struggle to like wake up by like 9 o'clock. On a really bad day, I will like wake up at 9 o'clock. Which doesn't sound that bad until like until I say that like I'm someone who once I wake up, I need like 3 to 5 business days to actually like properly like get myself awake enough to go to like start my day. Unless of course, no, actually no, not even unless. I'll wake up and I deadass sometimes I need up to 30 minutes of just laying in bed awake to not even do anything, just laying in bed awake doing nothing to kind of let my body wake up, because my body like physically wakes up before it's ready, I guess. And it's so bad that when I have to wake up at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, because sometimes I do, on days where I do need to do that, my body will wake up at 5:30 just so that it has time to lay awake in bed and do nothing and properly wake up before I have to go. I can do it. I used to wake up at 5:30 every day to go to uni. I used to be able to do it no problem. The downside was that I was always tired the second it hit 10 p.m. There were like memes about it in our friend group, in our Discord server at the time. The second it hit 10 a.m., everyone would be like, oh, good night, Sil. I'm like, what? No, I'm still awake. And then I'd like immediately conk out. Nowadays, at least once a week, I end up staying up past midnight with the boyfriend because we both stream now. So we don't really get to talk or hang out until after we're done streaming. So we end up staying up late and then I sleep in, so... I wish I could still wake up early, but if I woke up early, then I would stream earlier too. You know what I mean? Because chat, I'm being so honest. I'll wake up at like 9 o'clock. When I say wake up, I mean get out of bed, sorry. I'll get out of bed at 9 o'clock. I'll have my breakfast. I'll have, like, I'll do whatever cleaning needs to be done. Which doesn't need to happen anymore because I have a dishwasher. I'll feed Nemi, I'll play with Nemi for like upwards of 30 minutes because he needs a good solid play, and then I'm bored. And then I look at the time and I'm like, oh, it's still 2 hours to stream, it's still 3 hours to stream. What do I do? And then I have to find something to do until 2 p.m. when it's stream time. I get bored without you guys, is what I'm saying. And it wouldn't be as bad if my office chair wasn't so poo-poo stinky, because then I could just work on projects until stream time and then I could go live and hang out with you guys. But because my chair is so poo-poo stinky, if I'm doing an art stream, I don't want to be sitting in my chair until it's time to do the art stream, you know? Because otherwise my butt's really sore talking to you guys right now, you know? It's a lot. I love learning art tips from a fellow artist, it's so real. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's good fun. You know what I'm excited for though? Hard pivot. Tomodachi Life is coming out in 8 days, chat. And I counted on the calendar, and I only have 4, including this stream, I only have 4 streams until Tomodachi Life Live in the Dream comes out. And the reason why I was counting the streams as well as the days is because, like, as soon as that game comes out and I can afford to get it, all you guys are getting is art and Tomodachi Life streams for the foreseeable future. I can't guarantee when I will get sick of that game and play anything else. Because it's Tomodachi Life, you know? I'm so excited. It's, you know what's cringe? Is that I don't remember the last time that I was, actually no, I do remember. The last time I was this excited for a game was 2020's Animal Crossing New Horizons. But I had literally nothing else going on when that game came out. You know, I was like freshly out of university. COVID lockdown was about to start. But I didn't know COVID lockdown was about to start. And like I was looking for industry work, which TLDR, I only got one, and it was only for a couple years. But I was looking for industry work. I had nothing going on. With Tomodachi Life, I actually have a lot of stuff going on. I have streaming, I have like my art shows, I have stuff to do with my store, and I have a really big art show on the 12th. I have a really, really big art market on the 12th. It's the biggest booth I've ever had. It's 3 meters by 3 meters. It's outdoors, and for some reason, even though this is a huge step forward for my business, like a massive, massive step forward for my business and my business's potential in the future, I am more excited for fucking Tomodachi Life Live in the Dream than I am for this amazing, like, art, networking, and business opportunity that's been handed to me, you know? That's how you know that's how you know I'm gonna be hooked, when I'm more excited for whatever it is, like a game or whatever, over like stuff related to my business. That's how you know that I'm gonna be addicted to it, you know what I mean? Alright, and this is the other reason why you draw all your markings in one color. Now I can just... They're all gone. They're all gone. She looks so silly. Alright, I gotta do the detailing in the art. I'm fearful for the world you will become a god over in that game. Oh no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Sorry, I was just having a drink. I'm not like that evil, guys. Like, I know I definitely want to put the rest of my graphic novel characters in there. So Haley, Kaden, Siobhan, stuff like that. Because while we are going to be having fun on stream, I do kind of want to use Tomodachi Life low-key as a way to build the pre-apocalypse world of Forget-Me-Not. And kind of explore the relationship between the characters a little bit, because I'm going to be reworking parts of that script to make it more suitable for a different medium, let's say, to keep it light. And because I'm reworking the script, I want to be like, oh, I want to add stuff that's more interesting, more in-depth. I want to really be able to explore their connection more and stuff like that. So mostly I'm gonna be using Tomodachi Life for that, but as I mentioned in my Discord server and on my Bluesky, I am gonna be adding my mutual streamers and my subscribers to the game, and that's where it's gonna get really fucky. Fucky in a good way, I feel. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. The tricky part, though, is the mutuals. Because if I add, like, them as opposed to their OCs, it's gonna be... I have to try my best. I don't have to. It's just something that I want to do. I don't want my mutuals to, like, date each other unless they're in a relationship in real life, or unless they give the go-ahead for their me to date like other real me's. Just because it'll get really, really weird really, really quickly if two me's who represent two real life people who have never ever met each other before suddenly start like dating in game. I don't like shipping real life people. So I need to figure out how to stop the me's from dating if I don't want them to date. But other than that, I think everything will be fine. Hopefully. Also, forgive me, chat. My throat is really, really sore. I'm gonna be so honest. There is a part of me that's worried that I'm coming down with a cold, but I'm not allowed to come down with a cold until after my event. So I don't have my tea with me at the moment. I have the soft drink that I had from lunch. Tea is gonna come later in the day. Oh my god, Cosmic, hello! Hello, girly, how you doing? How's your tooth? Are you still like... I mean, obviously you would still be in a lot of pain, but hopefully you feel a lot better now that you've got your dentist appointment money. Make sure you take care of yourself. Maybe not ice cream, because ice cream might be too cold. It might hit some of the nerves in your teeth, but you should definitely get some like yogurt or custard. Just make sure you're getting some nutrients that's not going to hurt your teeth or your face. Dirty, but not as bad as it was earlier. Also took a long desk at my nap while in call with powers. Oh, sometimes a long nap is all you need. I know the feeling. A decent nap can fix just about anything, I think. I do have some yogurt. Ooh, what's your go-to yogurt flavor? Unfortunately, my yogurt selection is very limited these days, ever since I found out I was lactose intolerant a couple years ago. Which it really, really sucks, because you know how hard it is to find, like, any flavored yogurt that's not vanilla in dairy-free variants? It feels impossible. I finally found a brand a couple months ago that did dairy-free strawberry yogurt. And it felt like a Hail Mary, you know? Like, it was beautiful, it was lovely, it was affordable. I didn't have to, like, take drugs in order to be able to stomach it. It was really, really good for when I was recovering from my wisdom tooth extraction. But then, like, only 3 weeks after discovering it, out of nowhere, they just stopped stocking it, and it was like it never existed. And now I'm back to only ever being able to find vanilla-flavored yogurt. And I don't understand. I don't understand it. Alright. I know it's only 2 frames, but trust the process. This is our clappy. This is our clappy. Bear with me, everyone. I gotta put the big, ugly green in the background. What frames are these? These are 52 and 53. 2, 3. This one is... emotes. This is a clap. Alright. Because my program is so fucky, and for some reason, like, it used to be able to export videos with transparent backgrounds, but for some reason it just can't anymore. So I'm gonna show you guys the tomfoolery that I have to go through in order to get these GIFs to be transparent. We're gonna try really quickly. Go over here. I opened a brand new fresh tab. We're gonna go to, I think it's called Easy GIF. Yeah, here. Load it up. We're gonna put the video that we just exported in here. Where is it? Clap, there it is. Wait, why did it export weird like that? Alright, hang on. I think I need to, like, uninstall and reinstall this software, if I can be totally honest. Do this. There we go. Clap. Wait, did I accidentally? Oh my god. No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't mess up, chat. I didn't mess up. Okay. This is what I have to do now. Because my animation program stopped exporting things properly. I gotta put the MOV file in here. Sure, it uploads. This website's really good, by the way. I use this website for, like, basically all of my GIF editing stuff. Right? So it has the video here. Now, I have to make sure it stays at 24 frames a second because the clapping is supposed to be crazy fast. Convert this to a GIF. Do you think that's fast enough for a clap? I think that's fine. But we can't save it from here. No. I have to go into the effects. Alright. We have to go to custom, replace color with transparency. I believe the specific color I'm using is 0255 20. I think. I can actually check. Hang on. It is. No, 0225 60. Okay. And then we go down here. See? Don't stack frames. I'm gonna turn off cleanup for a second. And then I have to do this. Okay, there's still some green edging in the back, so we're gonna clean up by 1 pixel. Perfect. Alright, there. But this isn't it. We can't save from here. Because if I save from here and I upload this to Twitch, then the, like, one of the sizes will work, but the other 2 sizes for emotes will break. So, now, we need to go into resize. And we have to export it in the 3 different emote sizes. So, the first one's 112. And how small it is. Now we can save this. And then the next one is, I think, 56. 6. Get an even smaller clappy. Save that one. And then I believe the last one's 28. Tiny, 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 tiny. And we save this one. And that, my dear friends, is the hell I have to go through in order to give you a new emote. We're gonna go back to Toon Boom. I'm gonna keep this tab open because I'm gonna end up using it for the other GIFs that we make. Oh, where did it go? Oh. Right there, got it. Alright, you guys want a clappy emote right now? You want me to give you clappies? Let me really quickly upload it. Create a dashboard, viewer rewards, emotes. Go. Turn off auto resize. Alright, lads. She is clapping. Now, you might need to reload the page to get this to work, but don't reload yet, because it's not ready yet. Let's do... This one is clap. Where's the save button? Go upload. Alright, cool. If you want to access the clap emote, you gotta refresh the stream. Alright, hit that sick refresh. Let's see if it's here now. Ah, there she is! The clapping is so fast. It might be too fast, if I can be honest. What do you guys think? Alright, I can turn the color card off now. Alright, the next one we've got is a simple wave emote, like a cute little hello emote. This one's fine because it's mostly, it's like 1, 2, 3, I believe only 4 frames. Oh no, hang on, 1, 2, 3. It's only 3 frames, but it looks like it's a lot more because of the squash and stretch that I do to like kind of manipulate the movement a little bit. Not only is it only 3 frames, but the face and the hand are like copy pasted. So there'll be another, not as quick as the clap, but a pretty quick one. It's so silly. It's so silly and goofy. I think next we do the ears. I'm trying to draw like only the face for now, because like I said, the face is just copy pasted throughout the other 2 frames. Kind of want to get that part of it done, and then we'll do the waving hand, and then we can do the rest. Oh no. Hang on. I've made a mistake. Give me all this. There we go. That was really scary for a second. I was drawing the line art on my sketch layer, but thanks to that auto select thing that Toon Boom has, that was a really easy fix. Hi, Fluttershy. Welcome in. How you doing? Oh, I love the cheering emote. That is so cute. I was saying earlier in the stream, I would really, really love to be one of those streamers that just has a seemingly endless list of emotes. But I think the best way to start is to actually fill the emote slots that I have. So that's what we're doing. We're doing our emote slots today. I did already sketch these emotes out ahead of time. I was working on them last night while Hal was streaming. And then I realized that if I finished the emotes that night, that I wouldn't have art to stream today. So I just stopped at the roughs and I was like, oh, I can line and color these on stream tomorrow. Just me, or does that look thicker? That. Oh. Does that look thicker? Here. You me, oh man. I mean, it won't matter. The emotes are so small, you wouldn't even be able to tell when they're that tiny. I think I know what happened though. If I... Nope, that didn't do anything. I don't know what it is then. Why the pencil like that? I need to, on top of my emotes, I also have some more emotes to work on for Hal. I think he has almost as many emote slots as me, because I only think I unlocked extra emote slots recently. But he has a lot of emote slots that need to be filled, and he's taken his time picking which emotes he wants, because picking emotes is hard, chat. It's actually super hard to pick what kind of emotes you want for your streams. But he's recently come to me with 2 more ideas that he wants. Wait, 2? No, sorry. 1 emote and he wants a custom animation for his raid alerts. That's what it was. He did say there was no rush, and truth be told, for the past good while, like, I want to say 90% of the artwork I've been making, both on stream and off stream, is for his channel. It's assets for his channel. And I am getting paid to do it. He is paying me real live dollars to do it. But it would be nice to have a little bit of a break to work on some of my own stuff before I take on some more comms. That's why, like, my commission queue was empty for like 2 days. And I was like, I'm not gonna advertise that my queue is empty. I need a little bit of time to just work on stuff that's either just for me or that is like for the channel and is like just fun for the Twitch channel. And then 2 days after the queue was empty, he was like, oh, I've got some more stuff that I want you to make. And I was like, oh, good thing I didn't advertise that the queue was empty, because now I've got stuff to do again. Which I'm not complaining about at all. I love being Hal's artist. It's really fun. He has some really good ideas. But he also trusts me with taking creative liberty to like, you know, do what I think needs to be done to make his content a little bit more special, and I think that's really neat. It's not the kind of relationship you could have with just a normal commissioner, you know? Normal commissioners is like, oh yeah, the customer is always right. The customer gets what they want, it's whatever. But when it comes to Hal, it's like, I like your idea, but I think this would be better. And he'll be like, based, go for it. Make the better idea. Is this the warped one? No, it's not. I know the line art looks funny, but trust me, when the emote is like really tiny, it won't even matter. I'm debating if I just use regular circles for the paws. I haven't been this whole time. I've been using, I've been like just hand drawing them. I feel so sick. Oh, I'm sorry, Fennec. Oh, baby. Are you at least cozy in bed? I was talking to the boyfriend a little bit ago, maybe like a week or so ago. And I was telling him that I've been, like, this might be a little bit TMI, but it's like for health reasons, so I'm sure it's whatever. I've been off the pill for like 3 years. I was on it for like acne control. But obviously it did more than that for my body. And I'd been on like birth control as a whole for about 7 years. And you're not supposed to be on it for longer than 10 years at a time. So when I hit 7, I just kind of stopped.
Women.
Women, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. But yeah, I stopped taking it at like the 7-year mark. It was like a week before my birthday, May 2023, I think. And my body in the past, like for the first like year, it was a little bit difficult to get used to having like normal, quote unquote, normal symptoms again. But I got over it, you know, it gets a little normal. Second year, you're kind of used to it, it's whatever. I don't know what has happened. I don't know if it's related to the thing that's causing my knee pain. I don't know if it's related to the fact that, like, well, it can't be like a medical, or it can't be like an autoimmune thing because I got my blood test back and I don't have an autoimmune disease. My bloods came back perfectly healthy, so it's not that. But I don't know what it is, but every month it gets worse. Without going too much into detail, because I don't think you guys need to know all of that detail, every month it gets worse. And I remember like last month I was literally like dying. I was actually just straight up dying. And I turned to the boyfriend and I was like, I think I need to hop back on it. I don't know what happened between like the second year of being off it and this third year of being off it, but I don't think I can survive without it anymore. Now the problem with that is that it's expensive, so I will probably have to grit and bear and not have the relief that I think I need for at least a good few months, maybe even a year, depending on how my health insurance decides to behave. But oh my god, it's awful. And that's why... Jesus. Thank you, Fluttershy. Thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate that. But that's why I'll have a regular stream schedule for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And then out of nowhere, I'll hop in the Discord and I'll be like, I need to cancel this stream. Or this stream is going to be incredibly low energy. Or this stream is going to be low mic. Or like, if you notice that, if you're a regular and you've noticed that, where I'll have like 3 weeks of regular stream and then 1 week something will crop up and I have to either cancel or be really low energy, that is why. Like that, just straight up, that is why. And I'm hoping that if I am able to get this hop back on it, then I won't have to do that anymore, and I'll just be able to do regular streams, and I don't have to worry about, like, feeling like death is kissing my forehead every week, you know what I mean? I don't remember what got me on that tangent, but thank you for listening. I remember the Scrunkly command. What about a Scrunkly Rocher? The problem with Scrunkly, at the moment, is the way that my stuff exports. It exports really, really not good right now, and I don't know why. Although, I probably could get it to work. It would just be a couple extra hoops, because I have to go to a website now to do transparency GIFs and stuff like that. We have all 9 of our emotes, or at least I'm working on all 9 of the emotes, but as I was saying earlier in the stream, if I switch from Stream Elements alert bot to the Twitch alert bot, then as like a quote-unquote bonus, I get an extra 2 emote slots, animated emote slots. So I might do that just to get the 2 extra slots, and if I do that, then we can have Scrunkly Rocher. Trying to figure out how this hair is gonna continue to overlap the hand, because that's how it is in the drawing, and I'm like, realistically, it doesn't have to be super clean, because again, the biggest this emote's gonna be is like 112 pixels by 112 pixels. This here is where it gets complicated. I could do. Hang on. deadass just like bring all this original stuff back. Yeah. Okay, good. What I'm thinking is instead of basing it off of that line there we go. Really put it here. And make that bit longer to fit the torso. That way I don't have to worry about how the hair overlaps. It should still look like a decent wave. I don't think it'll cause any problems. Oh my god, Skinner. Wait, now that you're here, I was just telling chat that there are 8 more days, and including this stream, there are 4 more streams until Tomodachi Life comes out. And I am more excited for Tomodachi Life than I am for the fucking art fair that I have, which is the biggest space that I've ever had, which is like my first outdoor event, my first this, my first that, a lot of firsts for this upcoming event. And I'm more excited for 4 days after the event when Tomodachi Life comes out. Pre-ordered it? I should pre-order it. I haven't pre-ordered the game because I am really, really worried that the second I pre-order it, some sort of financial emergency is gonna come up and I will have needed that money. Because that always happens to me. Like, not even an exaggeration. Every single time I spend money on myself, something comes up and I need to, like, basically refund it to get the money that I need for the important thing. So I'm scared to pre-order Tomodachi Life. But realistically, I should. Because like I said, I've got that art market, like 4 days before the event, and I'm expecting that art market to do really well. Although, just to be safe, I could wait until after the art market to pre-order it, because again, the event is like 4 days before the game launches. So I can just wait and, like, kind of see how successful that market is, and if it does good numbers, then I can pre-order the game. And then if not, then I don't know, I'll do like I'll do a commission sale so I can afford it. Actually, I should be able to afford it with, because I've done some artwork for Hal that he hasn't paid me for yet. Usually commissioners pay upfront, and Hal has told me that he is willing to pay upfront just like every other commissioner. But because we live together, like, it's not like he can escape me, you know? Like, it's not like he can just not pay me. We live together, so that's why sometimes I take his money up front, and sometimes I'm like, oh, just wait for me to finish. But if I'm lucky, because he's ordered even more stuff now, the money that he owes me should actually be enough to cover Tomodachi Life. I have to do the math and check, actually. I'm also really grateful that Tomodachi Life is not Switch 2 exclusive. Considering Procopia was Switch 2 exclusive and that came out before Tomodachi Life, I was like super convinced that they were gonna pivot and they were gonna make Tomodachi Life a Switch 2 exclusive only. But I'm very, very grateful that they didn't do that, because I actually would have like thrown a fit. You know what I mean? Like, deadass, I would have thrown, like, a genuine, honest-to-God fit if they did that. because I'm already upset that I missed out on Pokopia because I don't want to shell out like $500 US. So I believe in Australian it would have been closer to I think like $800 or something Australian for Pokopia. And while it would have justified buying a Switch 2 a little bit because it wouldn't have just been one game, it would have been two, I can't spend that much money on a console. Especially now that I have to go through the medical circuit again with a new surgeon. So I'm very grateful Nintendo decided to be kind this one time and give me Tomodachi Life. I appreciate that, Nintendo. One of the few things that you've done in recent years that I appreciate you for. What's that? Get out of there. I'm probably going to copy paste the color on the head instead of recoloring the head every time. Give myself a tiny bit of peace. You can trade in your Switch at a lower price, but like I can't be bothered. Well, we don't really want to do that because... Oh my god, I'm being licked! No! No, don't lick me, no! It's okay. I showered recently, so hopefully I don't taste stinky. What was I saying? Yeah, we don't really want to do the trade-ins because the boyfriend and I are really big on media preservation, and that includes consoles for us. People who don't know, I took extra commissions at the end of last year. I took like extra commissions and some like, you know, under the table like donations and like off the like hidden's not the right word, but like, you know, just like quiet on the download commissions so that I could buy my partner the yellow Pokemon Game Boy Color. Not even for Christmas. Like I bought it for him in, sorry, not December, November. It wasn't even his Christmas present. I just saw it and knew that he wanted one. So I picked up a whole bunch of extra client work to try and afford it for him before someone else snatched it up. So we're really big on console preservation, and for us that includes like the more recent consoles as well. So we don't want to trade in our Switch. Realistically, we could probably trade in one of them because I have a Switch from before we got together and he has a Switch from before we got together. So we could transfer our data onto one Switch and then like, you know, trade in the other. But we don't want to do that. So that's why we haven't traded in for a Switch 2. It's because we want to keep all of the consoles that we have just for preservation purposes. Like, is he ever gonna play that Game Boy Color? No. He booted it up the day that I gave it to him to make sure it worked, and now it sits in the cupboard for preservation. But he gets to say that he has one now, you know? And one day it's gonna be the same for the Switch. We might not ever use it ever again past a certain point, but we get to say that we still have one. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sora GXC. Ooh. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good time with us. That's the pencil, not the brush. I would like to... Ooh, actually, I should do this instead of doing that. There we go, that's better. The way that I color on Toon Boom is not industry standard, chat. I need everyone to know that. Ooh, hang on. I'm really quickly gonna... I could do my emotes at industry standard level, but I don't want to. You know, I'm just here to draw. Work if I do this. Okay. Gap that, okay. Toon Boom thinks that gap is too big. What happened there? Sorry, my the color palette on the side just kind of bugged out a little bit. But we're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. It's too big. Is it that big? I keep pressing P instead of B because I draw the line art with the pencil tool, but when it comes to shit like this, you really want to use the brush, not the pencil. Ow! Very nice. I was just talking about my doodles. It was very nice. No Metopia for you. Fuck it, Metopia? I've never played Metopia in my life. No Tomodachi life for you, that's what I meant to say. Ooh, no, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Brush tool? Alright. I'm gonna add in the circles, the circle markings, and then we're gonna just copy paste the color for the face. Going to the dog park. Have fun! Fun with the dogs. We're doing Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 after artwork, so letting you know in case you want to be there. Fill. Really too big. Fill up to the yellow line or orange line. Does that not look circle? There we go. That looks more like a circle. No, stop doing that. Okay. I keep forgetting that when you change colors with the select tool, it'll change the color of whatever you've selected. I don't like it. You want these? And before I color literally anything else, we're gonna... yeah. I think that's all of it. Trust me, this is easier than hand coloring the face on every other frame. I promise it is. That there. Rest of it properly. We'll fix all of the, like, this neck bit, this hair, and these bits when we come to color the rest of the piece. Yeah. Boom. Cool. Easy. Then we can just kind of hand color the rest of it. The rest of it doesn't even matter. I don't even need to copy and paste the coloring for the hand because the hand is only 2 colors. Because I'm not adding her stripes. If I was adding her stripes, then I would do the same technique. I'd copy paste the hand, but since the emotes are so small, I figure it's just a waste of detail to add the stripes on her hand. Alright. Now we can start doing a little bit of damage control. I don't know if that's what you would call this, but we're doing it live. Perfect, even. Okay. Oh wait, hang on. This doesn't need. Roll. Actually, no, that doesn't need to be colored. Okay, wait. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, chat. I'm really tired. But I shouldn't be tired because I haven't done anything today. I'm really tired. I did a thing in GIMP and I will not learn how to make it better than what I got. Posted it in me. I love the I don't even know what to call it, but just the I will not learn how to improve. This is what it is. I love that energy. All right, give me 1 second. Should be all of the frames now. Perfect. All right. Wave is done. Let's have a look. I'm so sorry that my gift treated you like that. I can see the frames overlapping, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Chat. Where is it? I have been put in the microwave, chat. Only for 59 seconds. Only for 59 seconds, as you can see. But alas, I have been put in the microwave. Thank you very much, Jake. I love this. I need to figure out how to put GIFs on the fan art wheel at the start of the stream so I can put it there for everyone to see. Alright, I'm gonna save it before you get embarrassed and delete it. There we go. Got it, thank you. What are we looking for? I think now we're good to just export it. It is from frame 55 to 68. 55 is wave. Cute little wave. Hello. Oh wait, no. I forgot to turn on the green screen. 55 to 68 wave. Ride. Perfect. Okay. I will not go through the website to clean this one up just yet. Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. I will. I will go through the website to clean it up just now. Because it takes a little while. But if I do it now, then you guys can have a new emote right away. Messing with GIF files should not be that hard. It's probably easier with Adobe products. Yeah. I'm gonna be so honest. It is easier to modify GIFs using Adobe products. That's my own stream. Looking for this one. It is a lot easier with Adobe products. What I used to do is I don't know why it doesn't do it anymore. I'm being so honest. It used to be able to do it just fine. Now it's like physically incapable. Actually, I'm gonna switch back to Toon Boom for just a second because I need to do some file rearranging. Yeah, so what I used to be able to do is I used to be able to export from Toon Boom as an MOV file with, I think it was an QuickTime or like an Apple codec. And I don't fully understand codecs, but what it let me do, at least my impression of what it would let me do, is it would let me export MOV files with transparent backgrounds, which was really easy because for some reason my program like doesn't want to export GIFs at all. I used to be able to, just not with transparent backgrounds, and now I can't do it like at all. So yeah, what I would do is I would export them as an MOV file with a transparent background, and Photoshop is actually capable of handling MOV files. So what I would do is I would just drag and drop the MOV file into Photoshop, and then I would export for Web Legacy, I think it was, and that would let me really, really quickly and really, really easily just change the change it from an MOV file to a GIF file, and that was it. It would only take a couple seconds. And doing it through Photoshop would allow me to use Twitch's auto resize feature. But now that I don't have Photoshop, I have to use this thing. And for some reason, this thing, if I resize the GIF, it does what it did to your, to the microwave GIF that you made, where like you can see the previous frames overlapping. It's not like a clean GIF. I don't know why it does that. But in order to avoid that, I have to manually export each specific GIF size. It's a process, man. It's a process. Please specify your width and height. I don't have to. It's right here. It's in here. That's the first time it's ever asked me to do this. Empty is auto. Yeah, empty is auto. Remember? Oh no, it stopped working on me. What? No. How am I supposed to resize my shit now? It says empty is automatic. Okay, I believe it's 1920 by 1920. Work with me, girly. Alright, we got it. What is it now? We go into filters? Was it filters or effects? No, this is wrong. It's effects. Where's effects? Get out. There's an ad in the way. Wait, effects isn't here anymore. Can I go back? Oh my god. It's crashing on me. Filters, speed, sound, compress, frames, cut. No, where did the effects tab go? Wait. Surely not. This is the resized page. Go back again. Okay, wait. Here it's called effects. But in the other one it was called filters. Uh-oh. Hang on. GIF maker. Let's start this again. Struggles of being an artist who refuses to use Photoshop these days. Alright, let's try again. This would be so much easier if I had Photoshop and if my animation program would export transparent backgrounds. I think I might have accidentally removed the codec that allowed for transparent backgrounds and I just didn't know. Alright, 24 frames, go. Very cute. Alright, very cute. It works. Excellent. Effects. Bam. We're back in the game, chat. Alright, custom. It was 0 to 55, 60. We'll only clean up by 1 pixel. On. Yes! Oh my god, let's go. Alright, now I need to resize her. No. 112. 112. 112. Perfect. Oh, we're so back, chat. 6. And 28 by 28. Why is this one taking so long? Hello? There we go. Perfect. All right. You guys want a new emote? Let's hop on back over. There's my emote tab. Oh, that's the wrong one. That is... Going for this one. It's so fun doing animated emotes. I don't know why I put it off for so long. Perfect. Okay. This one is wave. Oh, I already have an emote called wave. Okay, let's call this one hello. Alright. Perfect. Alright, if you reload the stream page, you should have the wave emote now, chat. Let's see if I've got it. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Very cute. Alright. Another emote down, lads. This one's gonna be really easy, but also this one's gonna require an extra layer. I'm gonna draw a rectangle. And I might... Actually, nah. I was gonna add, like, bricking, but I don't... Because the emote's gonna be so small, I don't think I need to. Oh my god, my wife! Hello, wife! Cat, it's my wife. Hello, wifey. Wife, I'm making animated emotes. I'm making... You're a subscriber, actually. You should be able to see them. I'm making emotes. Do you like them? Alright. This one's gonna be super simple. I just need to make an extra drawing layer. Drawing. Don't do that. Don't like that you did that. And this... Yeah, turn that one off. But pop it on the top. For this one, this is where we draw our silly goob. I love them. Silvada's best. Oh, stop. Stop it. You're too nice to me, wife. It's so, like, quick and easy and simple to do that, like, I can't believe that I put off having animated emotes for this long, you know? I can kind of understand it because, you know, I've been really busy with other stuff, and it is kind of hard to come up with ideas for a good animated emote. But now that I'm doing it, it's like, damn, I should have just sat down and, like, hashed it out ages ago. And I don't know how far out behind, like, from behind the wall I'm gonna have her come out. So just to be safe, I'm gonna draw the whole thing so that I can have her come out as far as I want. Not nice enough. No. No. You're too nice to me, sweetie. But how are you doing? How's the how's the vibes? How's college? You're on break at the moment, aren't you? I think. I don't remember. Because I'm pretty sure Jake in the chat is also, like, American, and he's on break. So I just assumed that you were both on break. That ended last week. Ah, okay. That's a shame. I was on break. I only got 1 week. Damn, only 1 week of break? That kind of reminds me, actually, of when I was in uni. So, there were, I think it was 3 semesters in a year or something like that. You do 3 semesters, and then, like, over the Christmas period, there was, like, you would get a couple of months off. You would basically get a semester and then a couple of extra weeks off, or worth of time off. But, me and one of my friends, he used to stream. I hope he comes back to streaming. I miss him. Loki. We went to university together. And we both opted to do the accelerated track, which basically means while everyone else only did 3 semesters in a year, and they took like, I wouldn't say it was a month and a half, maybe 2 months off during the Christmas time. Loki and I both did 4 semesters in a year. We didn't take that like couple of months break. Which means that my 3-year course ended up only being 2 years. Which was really, really lucky for me, because my final semester of uni, because I did the accelerated course for the 2 years, ended up, like, my uni time wrapped up maybe, like, 2 or 3 weeks before the COVID lockdowns. So I never had to suffer through going to, like, education during COVID time. Like, my education had fully wrapped up by the time COVID hit, which was very lucky for me. Although I'm pretty sure Loki's girlfriend hated me and thought that I was only doing the extended track to spend time with Loki, when in actuality, like, I just did it because I wanted to I wanted to, like, fast track my education. It had nothing to do with Loki at all. I didn't even know that Loki was doing the fast track until he told me, because I was saying goodbye to everyone. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stick around for the next semester, but I hope you guys all have a great time off, blah 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 blah. And I was saying the same thing to him, and he goes, wait, no, I'm not taking the semester off, I'm also doing fast track. It was really nice to have, like, a familiar face doing the fast track stuff with me. I get another week off though, mostly because I can't walk. Yeah, I was about to say, like, how are you even doing your classes? Surely there must be, like, an online, like, live stream type program that you can take, because, like, there's no way that with your condition you're, like, expected to continue to physically show up and be in spaces like that. There's no way. Once this quarter is over, I only get 3 days off before I go back. Are you also doing a type of fast track course? Are you just, like, getting all of your semesters done in a row to kind of finish your course quicker? That's kind of what it sounds like. Like, based on my own experience that I just rambled on for like 20 minutes. That sounds like what I did. But I'm also not sure if you're fast tracking or if that's just your education system being funky dunky. I know American schools are not as chillax with the time off. Alright, 1 second, chat. My butt is getting real sore in this chair. But I have not done enough work to justify booting up a game, so I'm gonna go and grab my pillow to kind of make working a little bit more comfortable for the next couple of hours. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I've got my support pillow. Hopefully this is enough to keep me comfortable at least until I finish animating these emotes. Because I want to have these done before we hop into any games tonight. I only have another 5 weeks left, so I may as well just power through because I hate online schooling. I get the idea of hating online schooling. Like I said, I wrapped up my education just before COVID hit, so I haven't experienced online schooling. But based on what I've heard, I fully understand not liking it. It might just be better for your physical health, though. Because, like, you say only 5 weeks, but 5 weeks is a little over a month. And, like, not to, not to compare pain levels, but I imagine dealing with the spine issues that you've got is a lot worse than dealing with the knee pain that I have. And, like, there's only so much I can physically take with my knee before I just absolutely collapse into agony. I'm just saying, you might hate online schooling, but it might be better for your body in the long run if you do the last 5 weeks online. Obviously, I'm not your mom. I am your cult leader, but I'm not your mom, so, like, do whatever you want. Just taking summer classes. I don't know why we thought of having 2-3 months off. Makes me feel bleh. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I remember when I finished high school, like, I already had a letter of acceptance to the university that I went to, but I decided that I wanted to take, what was it? I wanted to, oh god, I think I wanted to take 6 months, yeah, between university and high school, right? Like, I already had the acceptance letter. I was already in the bag. I already contacted them. They said I could start either in March or in June. And I decided that I wanted to start in June. And I told my mom, and my mom was like, why? And I was like, well, because I worked so hard during, like, high school. I want to take a little bit of a break. I want to settle down. I want to, like, you know, kind of just have a moment to breathe, because I didn't really get to live as a kid in high school. I was the friend that would plan all of the events and then not be allowed to go to the events that I planned because my mum would decide last minute that I wouldn't get to go, you know? So I didn't get to do a lot. And when I graduated high school, I cut off my entire friend group from high school. It wasn't explosive or anything like that. I just kind of had a moment where we were hanging out and I just suddenly had like a, whoa, I actually don't really relate to these people, and I just kind of left. So I was like, yeah, I want to take 6 months between high school and uni just to settle down and relax, maybe do like an internship, maybe like work on a passion project. I just need time to be me. And my mum was like, okay, if you say so. And 3 weeks into that 6-month break, I was like, oh my god, I'm so bored, I'm in agony, I don't know what to do with my existence. And my mum laughed at me, and then she helped me rearrange my starting date. So instead of starting in June, I started in March. So I still had like a 3-month gap. I think it might have been 4 actually. 3 to 4 month gap between high school and uni. But like 3 weeks into that gap, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna pull my teeth out. I fully understand the urge to like take summer classes or pick up a new hobby or anything like that. Because sometimes your body screams for time off, and then the second you get time off, it's like, well, this is gross. Like, actually disgusting. I don't hold myself accountable with online schooling, and the cost of time of retaking classes is not worth dealing with less pain. I mean, I suppose that's fair. It's really hard as an adult to kind of like hold yourself accountable for certain things, like reward training or whatever, whatever it's called. Like, you know, like if you want the sweet treat, you have to do the thing. That doesn't really work on me, because one of two things will happen. Either I will do the thing and then I'll forget that I earned the treat, and I will just like, I'll do the thing and then I'll forget that I earned the treat, and I'll just keep working all day, and then I end up like without a treat and tired and sad. Or I'll just be like, well, I can just give myself the treat right now, and then I'll just have the treat, you know? So stuff like that doesn't really work for me either. Boyfriend's good. He's giving me constant smoochies while I'm trying to lock in with my math. Aw, that's so cozy. That's so cozy. Every time I'm streaming or I'm like locking the fuck in with a project, Hal, my boyfriend, will always come up to me and be like, you're doing so good. Do you need anything? Can I get you anything? And like as he walks past my workstation, he gives me little forehead kisses before he leaves to do whatever it is he's doing. It's a really great motivator, you know? But to be fair, I think the reason Hal does it is because every time I'm at my working station and he walks past me without doing it, I immediately stop what I'm doing and get up and follow him because I wanna see what he's doing. And the easiest way to get me to stop doing that is if he gives me a little forehead kiss before he gets up to do what he has to do. I took 6 years off between high school and uni. What did you do in those 6 years? I'm really curious. Because like I said, a couple weeks in and I was bored. Like, I had a job. My mom was like, okay, you're out of high school now. You need a job. And like, even if you're going to uni full-time, which I was, I ended up going to uni full-time. Even if you're going to uni full-time, like you still need a job. So I ended up with a job. I started Twitch streaming. And I was just really, really bored after that. I was like, I need something else in my life, so I went to uni. And if I had the finances, like now that I'm back at home again with nothing to do again, if I had the finances, I probably would go back to uni and learn another course. I don't know what I would learn. But I have been thinking about the idea of, like, getting out a student loan and doing another course. I just don't know what it would be. It would probably be, like, online marketing or something gay like that, you know what I mean? Alright. So if we block... we look at the emote like this. Alright, I want this to be longer. I'm gonna move these. Alright, I think that's fine. Maybe online schooling wouldn't be so bad if my back was better, because I basically have to kneel at my bed and look at my laptop. Ugh. That sounds, yeah, that actually does sound like that would be bad for your back. 1 second, I'm writing down the frames. This is frame 70. Frame... okay. That for 2 years in community college, damn. I used to wake up, like I mentioned it earlier in the stream, I used to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go to uni for like my 8:30 classes. And then what would happen is I ended up like having such a good time at uni, and at the time I had a really, really tense and, for lack of a better term, awful relationship with my parents. It was really, really bad. I moved out of my parents' house way before I was ready, simply because our relationship was that bad. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. My relationship with my parents is actually very good now. But I ended up having such a good time at uni and such a bad time with my parents that even if I only had one 8:30 class, which would be about 2 hours, one class was 2 hours. So even if I only had one 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning, I would spend the whole day at the uni. I would be working on my graphic novel. I would be working on projects for other classes. I would be hanging out with like other students. Even if I only had to be at the uni for like 2 hours, I was there from basically like 8:30 to, I think they kicked us out at 8 p.m. So I'd get up at 5:30 and I'd be home by like 10:30. Basically every day that I had a class. Sometimes even when I didn't have a class, I would show up to the uni. Where is it? Lurk. There it is. Long story short, left home, didn't finish high school, came back home after 3 years of living with an ex. Tried going back to school, but I couldn't get financial aid because I didn't have a high school diploma. Ah. Okay, okay. The wrong, hang on. Was it kind of similar to my uni story? It was just not a good relationship with the parents at the time. You don't have to answer that question, but yeah, it was awful. The state of my relationship with my parents when I left their place. Nowadays, now that I don't live with them, and chat, I'm saying this right now to anybody who's had like a rough relationship with their parents, there is a very high likelihood that the second you leave that house, your relationship with your parents will significantly improve. It's not for everyone. Unfortunately, there are gonna be cases where, like, oh, I forgot to change it over. Sorry, I'm on the website right now. I'm fixing up the emote. I forgot to change it over. Obviously, there are going to be instances where, like, that's not for everyone and moving out might make the situation worse, but for a lot of people that I've met personally and for myself, your relationship with your parents drastically improves when you're no longer living under their roof. Oh, it's so cute. My last ex graduated, got to watch his graduation, so that motivated me. Went back to get my high school diploma and went straight to college after I did the graduation ceremony. I'm so proud of you. Like, genuinely, I am so proud of you for not letting the fact that you didn't get your high school diploma, like, back in your initial run of high school, that you didn't let that, like, limit you or hold you down. That's a really big thing. And I'm sure, like, there will be some people in your life, maybe even you yourself, will be like, oh, nah, I just got it a little bit later than others, you know, it happens. But no, you should be proud of that. You, like, honestly, you should be proud of that. You better be proud of that. That's a threat now. 6. Then we do... This is gonna be our lurk emote, chat. Alright, done. Finished. I'm gonna bring you guys back over to Toon Boom. And then I'm gonna hop on over to my thingamajiggy maboo. And I'm gonna import the new lurk emote. Which ones are these? Hang on, I have made a grave mistake. Made a grave mistake. It is 3, 4, and 5. Okay. 4, 5. This one is lurk. Oh, we already have one called lurk. All right. Well, what about lurking? Okay. I didn't even know that we still had an emote called lurk. I should have got rid of it. All right. Well, we have a new one now. If you reload the stream, it should be available. I gotta reload the stream so I can double check, make sure it works. There it is. Haha, cute. I have a love-hate relationship, but it's hard. As a Mexican, if I leave, that means I'm on my own and I can never move back or have support if things go wrong. That's rough. That's rough. I've met people like that, like in university. You meet people that obviously you meet all kinds of people when you're in university, but I've met people like that too. That's a cute sticker. Oh, thank you. What was I doing? What was I saying? What was I? Oh, right. Before I continue, I need to. So this is Lurk 112. What was the one we did before Lurk? Was that the wave? I think it was. I need to rename the files. That's what I'm doing right now. This one was 28. These ones are the wave one. Wave. 2. Nose is very boopable. Thank you. Wait, is that a good thing? Is boop nose good? Is that a threat? He's threatening to boot me? I'm not sure if I should be complimented or frightened right now. 28. Oh, wait, Saku, you know how ages ago? I don't know if it was ages ago, actually, but it was a little bit ago. You know how a little bit ago you were saying that you commissioned an artist to do a human version of your kitty? Need to get back to work. I work with a live wife. Okay, wait, before you go, I'm gonna really quickly DM you a concept sketch that I did of like a human variation of my model. Because I was working on one before I watched your stream, and then you showed me your one, and I was like, oh, now I have to like knuckle down and finalize it because your one's so cute. I have to have my one now. So I'm gonna DM it to you. There you go. You're free now. You can go back and do your math now, girly. I believe in you. Alright, now we can get back to this. The next emote on the list. Oh, it's my dry hump emote. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I love this one. This one's gonna take the longest out of all of the ones that we've done so far, I think. We need human art together? Yes, we do. Yes, we fucking do. Also, hi, Rogue. How you doing? Alright, let's see. 2 years? What was 2 years ago? 2 years was 2024. What was I even doing in 2024? I don't even remember. Doing good? Oh, that's good. We have a handful of new animated emotes for you to play with as a subscriber. 7 months. Saku, you almost have a stream, baby. You're almost pregnant from my stream. Well, you are pregnant from my stream. It's almost stream baby time. I'm I'm so proud of you. Oh my god, not again. You don't get a choice in the matter, I'm afraid. Actually, I take that back. That sounded really creepy. Oh! Thanks, Fluttershy. Appreciate you. Oh, I'm so sorry. That actually really caught me. Need to commission someone to make us a child? Yes. Yes. I would love nothing more. 1 year, 3 months. How many stream babies is that? 9, 11, 12. That's 1 stream baby. But you're like 2/3 of the way to a 2nd stream baby. Assuming these are like back-to-back pregnancies, of course. 59 wives. How many pregnancies, how many children do I have? Well, if you have 59 wives, then at minimum, you should have 59 children. And if that 59 is not including bubs, then you would have at least minimum 60 because you've got your baby with bubs as well. The child support, if you divorce any of your wives, is gonna be absolutely crazy. Waiting on number 3? Baby number 3, yeah. You know what I would like to do, actually? I thought about it. Because I've been thinking about, like, really fun things to do for subscribers. To kind of say thank you to the people that subscribe and potentially also incentivize other people to subscribe. As I was mentioning earlier in the stream, every 50 subscribers you get, Twitch will give you an extra emote slot and an extra animated emote slot. So I wanted to do something fun related to that. But what I've been thinking is every 9 months that someone is subscribed to the channel, I should, like, give them a free stream baby. Like, they just send me their OC, and we spend a stream designing a stream baby between their OC and my VTuber, and I will have canonical stream babies. It sounds cursed as hell, but I think it could be really funny. And that means that, yeah, I would owe some people multiple stream babies. I love how I come from being creeped out by a random on Roblox to a stream about baby. Do it. That's hilarious. I love it. Awesome. All right. If people want that, then I'm gonna start doing a stream baby thing. I'll probably open. Yes, I owe you 2. Oh, for subscribers. I owe Rogue 2. Because Rogue has 2 babies. Rogue's almost at baby number 3. I think I also owe Skinner 2 babies. And I believe, actually, I think Jake is owed a couple of babies as well. I have a lot of stream children, chat. It's been brought to my attention the magnitude of stream babies that I have. Uh-oh. I mean, I'm 4'8", so I am canonically tiny. That's fine. I actually called the boyfriend tiny as a joke because we were playing Resident Evil 5 on stream. And he goes, oh, Jill Valentine is my height. And without skipping a beat, I was like, oh, Jill is short. And the look that he gave me, you guys obviously couldn't see it because we didn't have a camera, but the look he gave me was absolutely feral. And ever since that stream, every now and again, I just look at the boyfriend and I go, tiny, 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 tiny. And I like pat his head. Obviously, I need to stand on a box to be able to reach his head to call him tiny, but that's not the point. The hips don't stop shaking in this house. Well, I mean, I think it's really appropriate that we're talking about the stream babies that I owe people, considering that the emote that I'm working on right now is a humping emote. Or like a dance emote to keep it Twitch friendly. 2 months out before the second one pops out. Ah, maybe that's why we're back. Well, Jake, you did have to get an epidural recently, didn't you? Clearly, that was to help you deliver the first stream baby, right? No other reason you needed an epidural. Alright, lads. 2.2 feet short. I am, in fact, a shorty. I'm a shorty with a fat ass. Well, fat ass given my proportions. If I was a little bit taller, then my ass would not be considered fat. But because I'm legally classified as a midget, and by midget standards, I got a fat ass, chat. My Sona is small, but I'm average size IRL. My Sona is a chihuahua because I'm small. I've been thinking about rebranding it. I was like, do I really want to be known as a chihuahua for the rest of my life? I was like, well, I was known as a chihuahua before I even started streaming, so it's not like people will stop calling me a chihuahua if I rebrand to a different animal. So the chihuahua stays. So could ride an ostrich like a chocobo. I so could. In theory. In practice, I wouldn't be able to because the ostrich would fucking eat me. Seven minus 2.2. Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me? It's 4.8. I know that because you said that before. I was 2.2 feet shorter than you. You crave Krispy Kreme, but the temporary close. No! Oh, I'm so sorry you can't get your Krispy Kreme donut. That actually breaks my heart. Chat, actually, side story related to Krispy Kreme. My mother is so grossed out by Krispy Kreme that even if you, like, just saying the words Krispy Kreme around her will cause her to feel sick. And if you bring one out, she will, like, visibly throw up. And, like, she was never fond of, like, she was never super fond of Krispy Kremes. She would eat them, but she was never super fond of them. And then she got pregnant with my oldest brother, who's like, I'm the oldest sibling, so like he's not older than me, but he's my oldest brother that I have. And I don't know why, but throughout her whole pregnancy, she just hated Krispy Kremes. Like, it was, you know how you have pregnancy cravings and then you have, like, you know, pregnancy icks? Krispy Kremes became a pregnancy ick for her. And when she gave birth to my brother, that ick never went away. She just got to keep the Krispy Kreme ick after she gave birth, and now, yeah, she can't have Krispy Kreme donuts. And again, it's like so bad that you can't even say the words Krispy Kreme around her without her going a little bit green in the face. They're so good, but for all the wrong reasons. Is there a wrong reason? Is there a wrong reason to enjoy a good old Krispy Kreme? We don't have a Krispy Kreme around here. We have a... Oh, what is it? We have a Donut King. But the grocery store that we live near has, like, a really, really tiny Krispy Kreme section. It's literally, like, a single rack that's, like, shorter than me. So, not a lot of selection to choose from. But I do love a good Krispy Kreme. For my birthday a couple years ago, we, Krispy Kreme was actually doing a collab with PlayStation, and we got the really cool, like, PlayStation-shaped donuts. That was so good. I just realized I didn't draw my tail in this emote. Should I draw my tail in this emote? I don't think I should. I think it'll kind of ruin a little bit, because the emote's gonna be so small. I think adding a tail might muddy up the shape language a little bit. Because remember, the smallest this emote's gonna be is only 26 pixels by 26 pixels. I just kind of wanna... Still didn't realize. No, it's not that I didn't realize. It's just that I've met people that tall before. You know, like I've been there. All right, hang on. Let's get through. My throat's really sore. Donut King is always poggers. The boyfriend likes a good Donut King hot dog. We'll go over, he'll get one of the shitty hot dogs. Shitty affectionate, shitty hot dogs. And we'll grab like a donut each. Maybe we'll grab like a milkshake or something if I have my medication on me. It was so cute, actually. Long time ago, we went to the, sorry, my brain is like melting in real time. We went to the Donut King. We were like shopping for something else. I don't remember what. And it happened to be one of the few times where I actually had decent money on me. And we walked past it and I was like, oh, didn't you say you wanted a donut? Because earlier he said he wanted one. And he was like, oh, I did, but we did a little bit of shopping and, you know, it's just, I already spent a lot of money today, so I think I'm gonna skip on the donut. And it was one of the few times where I got to look my boyfriend dead in the eye and go, sweetie, I didn't ask you if you could afford a donut. I asked you if you still wanted a donut. And like, I never have money. So when I said that to him, his face like lit up a little bit and he goes, yeah, I want a donut. And I walked him over to the counter. I was like, all right, baby, which donut do you want? And he does the whole like, you know, like bring the shoulders in, like holding his hands, twirling a little bit. And he goes, I want the dinosaur donut. I'm like, okay. And then I turned to the cashier and I was like, can I get one dinosaur donut? And she's trying not to laugh at us. She's trying not to laugh at us. So she goes, yeah, sure, I'll get you a dinosaur donut. And I passed my boyfriend the dinosaur donut. I'm like, here you go, baby. And he like brings his voice up like 3 octaves and he goes, thank you, sweetie. And the cash register's like, the register lady's like trying not to lose it, and it's really funny. I love when I can spoil the boyfriend, because the second I have money and I'm like, babe, I'm gonna treat you, he turns into like such a girl's girl, and it is so cute. Does the whole like, you know, does the whole twirling on the spot, holding the shoulders, and he'll like, you know, give me an extra big hug and he'll be like, thank you, sweetie. And I'm like, oh. I like having money to spoil my man. Did they have giantism? I don't know. I didn't ask. I just thought they were really tall. And to be fair, everyone is really tall to me, so like, that didn't really matter much. Ooh, Domino's dessert? What kind of dessert are you gonna get? I haven't had Domino's in such a long time, actually. It used to be our go-to pizza place back when we lived in the city, because we lived within walking distance to one, and they would always put coupons in my mailbox. So whenever he would come over, he as in the boyfriend, whenever he would come over, if we just couldn't be bothered cooking or we were too tired to like, you know, go and grab stuff, we'd literally just walk down to the pizza, the Domino's. Actually, no, it wasn't Domino's, it was Pizza Hut. No, it was Domino's. Sorry. I always mix the two up. Yeah, we would just walk down to the Domino's and we'd use all our coupon codes. I've tried their churros. The churros are not that bad. We wanted to try their cookie, but we ended up... I don't remember what happened. We just never ended up trying the cookie. What kind of dessert are you thinking? I, personally, when I do desserts, I really like cheesecake. Love a good cheesecake. Or like some type of fruity flavored yogurt. Not Domino's, just like in general, just like a fruity flavored yogurt. It's just really good. It's really good chat. There's a new yogurt place. It's not new, but it's new to our area. It opened up kind of recently, maybe a few months ago. I don't know if it's an Australian brand or if it's like a worldwide thing, but it's called Yochi. And oh my god, it's so good. I do feel bad for the other yogurt place. That's like a street away from the new yogurt place though. Because the old yogurt place was one that I used to go to a lot in like late high school. Because I love frozen yogurt. And it was cheap, it was affordable, it was early accessible, it was easily accessible. But like that yogurt place now, every single time I walk past it is like super, super empty. And the new yogurt place that opened a few months ago is always I feel bad for my old yogurt place, but the new one's just so good, you know? Called out on the girl-like behavior because I'm a 7-foot male who was told by 4 women and 3 men that I sound like a femboy. I mean, just live your best life, honestly. I'm having my sip, I'm having my sip. Okay. Honestly, like, I've had people tell me that, and they're not wrong when they say this, by the way. I've had people tell me that I'm way too loud, that my voice projects even when I'm not trying to. Like, my voice just naturally projects so much that even when I'm whispering, it's still really, really loud. I've been mocked for my height, I've been mocked for how, like, thin and, like, small I am. And, you know, at some point, you just gotta be like, fuck it. Because realistically, there's only, like, 1 of 2 reasons why people would feel the need to call out how you look and, like, you know, kind of harass you for it. And it's either, 1, they're kind of secretly jealous about how you look because they want to look like that, or you're their type and they know that they can't have you. Or, I've lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I drew that line and my thought, like, vanished. What was I saying? Yeah, people will really only call out how you look if they're, like, secretly jealous or, like, they secretly want you or your body type or whatever. Or there's something about themselves that they really, really don't like, and they think because they feel shame about their body, that means other people around them have to also feel shame for their body. And once you kind of realize that, it's like, whatever. Like, yeah, sure, you might be a 7-foot tall guy that sounds like a femboy, but literally, as Rogue said in the chat, we stand tall queens here. Just because you're not their type, or they personally think that that's a bad thing, does not mean that someone else will not find that appealing or attractive in some type of way. I'm gonna fix... Ooh! Did not mean to do that. Really pop. Alright, it's kind of messy, but it's just a smear frame. Doesn't really matter. I'm smearing all over the place. This frame can go here. This frame goes like this. Alright, here we go. I love the memory of my old customer service voice being a lot higher when I was at the new job, and asked a couple of people if they were finding everything alright, and the boyfriend said, "No thanks, ma'am," and he turns around to see a bigger and taller man than him, and I had to hold back my laugh. Oh, that's pretty funny. My voice has never ever been mistaken as masculine. Unfortunate, I know. I always liked the idea of having the kind of deep, kind of raspy, like, voice. But that is never something that I will be able to achieve naturally, I don't think. Ooh, dragon fruit drink with Red Bull. Okay, so I see the rest of that comment. Ew, Red Bull, Monster's better. And all I have to say to that is, as someone who, I've told the story on stream many times before, as someone who used to work at a bar and once a week would have energy drink cocktails that, like, would consist of Rockstar, Monster, basically whatever energy drink we could get our hands on. We'd get like 4 of them and mix them all together as like a big cocktail. When you just need a base and you don't need, like, you've got like really strong flavors already and you just kind of need a good base to like mix them in together, Red Bull is actually pretty good for that. We used to use Red Bull when we'd have our super wacky flavors, like we had grapefruit. What was the one that we did? I think it was guava, green apple lemonade, and then we had Red Bull as the base. And it was, like, it does add flavor to it, but it's such a subtle flavor that it doesn't overpower the other really strong, wacky flavors that we've got in there. Really good. I miss mixing energy drinks like they were cocktails, but it was probably not good for anyone's health. But I'm not usually very picky. I'm picky when it comes to men, and when it comes to women, I have literally no standards. In terms of physicality, at least, I have no standards. Is it a woman? If the answer is yes, then I'm attracted to them, you know? Dude was so panicked. I would be panicked. I would be panicked if that was me. Especially since you were bigger and, like, burlier than him. He probably thought that you were gonna beat his ass. I don't drink a lot of energy drinks, maybe once a month. Yeah. Since I stopped working at the bar, I'm about the same. I only drink them once a month. It was a weekly thing at the bar for a while because everyone, like, it was only on Saturdays, and the group of people that were involved in it would have already done like a full between like 30 and 40 hour week. And we'd be like only halfway through the Saturday. It's like, come on, Saturday's the last really big day of the week that we have. Because Saturdays, 9 times out of 10, Saturdays were really, really busy. Before I left, they quieted down quite a bit, but it was just really rough. Sometimes you just need something to get you by. And when I say, like, energy drink cocktails, I'm talking, you know, when you go to a bar and you ask for, like, I don't know, like a vodka lemonade or something, and they ask you if you want it in a short glass or a tall glass. We were doing our, like, cocktail things in, like, the short glasses. Or at least I would have the short glass. Everyone else would have the tall glass because I was, like, half the size of everybody there. Deep fried Mars bar, actually, my partner's dad used to get them. Can't remember if it was once a week or once a month, but as a treat after like a long, hard like work period, he would get them regularly. Apparently they're very good, but I've never had them. For me, it depends more on personality. Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's what I mean. My standards for like men are a lot higher when it comes to stuff like that. Like, my partner, obviously, like, I can see my partner goes above and beyond, but I would not go for anyone who treats me less than what my partner does. You know what I mean? Like, I'll say things to him like, oh my god, that's so sweet. Oh my god, you didn't have to do that. Oh my god, you're too kind to me. But, like, this is... It's not the minimum. I don't want to say it's the minimum because he does do a lot for me, but I would not date anyone who treated me like even slightly less than how he does. But if it was a woman, do whatever you want, baby girl. Just make sure you come home. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's probably because even though I am very, very much attracted to women and I have had crushes on women and I have like flirted with women, I have never been in a serious relationship with a woman. I was going to get into one, and then I met my boyfriend. so you know, every time I come close to being in a relationship with a woman, a man comes in and cucks. But, you know, I'm sure if I had actually been in a serious relationship with a woman, then maybe I would have the same standards for women that I do men. But right now, I'm just admiring women. And like he said, if you guys break up, nobody will believe it was his fault. I low-key kind of hate that because as I've told you guys before, this is the boyfriend and I's second time dating. And the first time we dated, when we broke up, that was his fault. Like dead ass. The first time we broke up, he broke up with me. But so like saying it was his fault is probably too harsh. But our relationship back in 2019 is what made my partner realize that he was on the A or A spectrum. And he broke up with me. And the reason he broke up with me was, at the time, his thought process was, if someone as nice as you does not trigger what society is telling me romance should feel like, then I don't know if I should be in a relationship. And he broke up with me. Literally, it was, you treat me so well that I should be feeling things, you know? And then, you know, a couple years later, he was like, oh no, I want to be in a relationship with you again. And that's where we are now. But the first time we broke up, it was his fault. So low-key, like, I get that it's a bit, but there is a little, like, ever so slight part of me that genuinely does get pissed off when people are like, oh, no one will believe you if you break up. It's like, dude, it's already happened. Although, to be fair, the boyfriend and I joke about it now. And I was like, there's no, oh god, how did the conversation go? We were talking, and he goes, he said the thing again. He goes, everyone will assume, no, I said it. I was like, oh, everyone will assume that I'm the one who did something wrong if we ever break up. And he looked me dead in the eye, and he shouted, if we do ever break up, it will be your fault. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me got a little bit angry, and then I thought about it for literally 2 seconds, and I was like, aw, that's actually kind of sweet, because it means that, like, as things are right now, he has no intention of going anywhere, and the only thing that would make him think about leaving is if I did something really fucked up, which I haven't done yet. That's kind of nice. But now, what I have to do is treat him like a frog in boiling water. He won't realize that he's dating a psycho bitch until it's too late. Ha ha ha. Don't tell him I said that. I love that I said that and then I got a notification from Bluesky saying that he interacted with one of my posts. Oh no, he's listening. Oh no. Well, there goes that idea. Hi, sweets, if you're lurking. How you doing? That is such a cute sad frog emote, Q-chan. That's actually so fucking cute. What the hell? Oh my god. Not the frog. Have you guys heard the frog in boiling water thing? Because the first time I said that quote to the boyfriend, he actually didn't know what it was. And I had to explain it to him, and he was genuinely horrified. All I can think of is the slug from Monsters Inc. I'm always watching. I'm gonna check, is he lurking right now? I can see if you're lurking, brother. Okay, he's not lurking, we're safe. We're safe. You know it? Okay, good, 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 good. I don't have to explain it for chat. I remember it was in 2022 or 2023. I don't remember if we had gotten back together yet. But we were talking about like a drama situation that I was listening to while I was working. And I mentioned, oh yeah, it's like the frog in the boiling water. And he looked at me super confused. And he goes, what do you mean, frog in the boiling water? And I had to explain to him what that meant. And I had never seen this man look so horrified and sad and scared all at once, because my partner does not emote very much, right? I emote enough for the both of us. And so to see him go through all those strong emotions all at once and like have it actually be visible, I was kind of shocked. And then he flipped it on me and he goes, why would you do that? And I was like, I didn't do that. I was explaining the metaphor to you. And he's like, why would you tell me that? And I was like, you wanted to know. You asked me. And he was like so genuinely upset. But now he uses that quote or that metaphor all the time when we're talking about like, you know, whatever drama video we're listening to while we're working or whatever's going on with like our friend group or whatever. He uses it all the time now. I think he's desensitized to it. Oh, all right. I had to stretch my neck a little bit. My neck is really sore. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. This. Yes. There's a lot of keyframes happening here, but it just means that I don't have to draw as much. Then we do that over here. Wait, I just realized this doesn't have her. I'm sure that'll be just fine. Alright, I hear chat, by the way. Not literally, because I can't hear you guys. But people in chat have expressed that we are feeling a little bit of Resident Evil burnout. Which is fair, considering we played through all of Resi 1, and then we did all of Resi 3 Remake in one sitting, and now I'm playing through OG Resi 3, so I get it. People are a little bit burnt out with Resident Evil. So, how long have we been streaming? I can't see, Knuckles is in the way. 2.5 hours, okay. So we're gonna finish the emotes that I've got. I'll probably stream art for, at most, another hour. And then, instead of doing Resident Evil 3 OG, like we were doing before, we're gonna do Minecraft Story Mode Season 2. We're gonna have a little bit of a break. We'll probably finish Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 within 2 streams. Probably. I don't see why we wouldn't. And then, I don't know what we'll do after Minecraft Story Mode, but it won't be a very long game, whatever we do, because I want to make sure that I'm locked and loaded and ready for Tomodachi Life when it comes out. I forgot. I always forget to draw the partitions in her hair. Partitions in her hair. Alright, that should be good enough. I'm only looking at the time and thinking about moving because the cushion that I was using to kind of make this a little more comfortable has stopped making it comfortable, and I am in an owie again. But I want to at least do the emotes that I have roughed out now, and then like maybe off stream I can do the final animated emote. I want to at least get these, because I'm in a groove, chat. I don't know how else to say it other than I'm grooving. My butt really hurts because it's not in the groove that I've made on the couch, but no, that is what that is. Right, now I can go in and do. I don't want it to be too big, because the emote's quite... I always say this, the emote's quite small. I don't know if this emote will get used very often. I have it more for my sake than anyone else. Because with all of the thirsting over fictional characters I do on stream, I felt it only appropriate that I have an emote that looks like this. Would doing RE3 OG take up the 4 streams before Tomodachi Life better, so you don't have to search for a new game? I think worst case scenario, what I'll do is we'll finish Minecraft Story Mode within 2 streams, and then I will, instead of like free roaming Resident Evil 3 OG and like trying to figure shit out on my own, I might just have like a guide and we'll go through RE3 OG guided. That way we can finish that as well before the stream. So we'll do like 2 streams of Minecraft Story Mode, and then we'll probably go back to RE3 OG for 2 streams, and then we'll have Tomodachi Life. I think that'll work out. Because I want to give you guys the break from Resident Evil, because I personally was kind of feeling it as well. I love Resident Evil, I do, but I'm not autistic about Resident Evil, you know? Which is why I gave you guys an option to choose whether or not you wanted to keep doing it today or switch. Because I was like, if I'm not really feeling it, then chat's probably not really feeling it either. So let me see if they want to break. We'll do that. I feel like after 2 streams of Minecraft Story Mode, we'll be fine to go back to RE3 for 2 streams. The smear frame with the Funko Pop sized head. Do not compare me to a Funko Pop. My smear frame looks better than any Funko Pop ever could, okay? Do not diss me like that. In my chat. On my stream. Really? You got some nerve. Actually, you know, the more I think about this, the angrier I'm getting. How dare you? The nerve. I can make any gamer born in the 90s sad with 1 sentence. Do it, coward. You won't. Scared. I think I know what I must do now for the bit. No, no. I know what you're doing. No, 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 no. Wait. Wait. Let's not do anything drastic here. You don't want to overexert yourself, Jake. Your back hurts. You don't want to stress out your back too much. You should lay down and rest and forget whatever it is that you're thinking of doing. I haven't seen you this upset since I made the comment about you getting done in by a discount. I'm gonna be so dead ass. I do not remember that, but that definitely sounds like something that you said, and it definitely sounds like something I would have gotten, like, up in arms about. Fucking discount Digimon is hilarious, though. I've still never finished Final Fantasy X, and part of me does feel bad, but also I made it as close to the end as I could, given how much sanity that game was taking from me. That being said, the boyfriend has said that Final Fantasy X is on his 100% list. And I warned him. I was like, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. I didn't even 100% the game, but like, that game took so much from me. He goes, no, I want to do it. I'm like, oh no. I'm gonna lose my boyfriend to Final Fantasy X. The greatest pain relief ever is spite. I hate that I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate that I know that you're right. highly doubt it'll be the worst I've ever. Oh my god, he's here. Hi, sweets. How you doing? We have some new emotes. You want to play with the new emotes that we made? I've been uploading them as I make them. So we've got a handful of emotes for you guys to play with now. But I think it will very easily be one of the worst that you've ever done. It might not be the worst, but it'll definitely be one of the worst, I feel. Are you gonna play the PlayStation version that Skinner bought me a while back? I love the clapping one, it's so fast. You need more fan art anyway. Is it fan art if you're making it out of spite? Or is that like hate art? Genuine question. Is it really fan art if you're just doing it to spite me? No, that won't do its thing. No. Hal, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. Actually, you probably will and you'll probably laugh, but for a split second, can we pretend that you won't laugh? I was working on my smear frame. My silly little smear frame. And Jake comes in out of nowhere and says, "Not your smear frame with the Funko Pop ass looking head." I don't look like a Funko Pop. I look better than any Funko Pop could ever, okay? I know you're gonna think it's funny, Hal, and I know you're gonna laugh at me instead of defending me, but can you, at least for a split second, can you sympathize with me? Getting called out for that Funko Pop. I don't look like a Funko Pop. It's a smear frame. And my smear frame looks better than any Funko Pop ever could, just so we're clear. Al, you know, out of spite, I'm gonna draw you as a Funko Pop. If Jake is drawing Funko Pop Sylv, then I'm drawing Funko Pop Hal. Ain't no way he gets to get away with this. Do it? I fucking will. I will, coward. I'm done doing what I'm doing. This is more important. Alright, there we go.
Women.
Wow, okay. First of all, fuck you. It's art made by a fan. Passion comes in many flavors. Alright, yeah, I'll concede that. BRB still at work. Go make that bag. Go make that bag, sweet cheeks. It almost looks like a frame from the Virtual Insanity music video. Don't think I've seen that music video. But I wouldn't be surprised because, like, there are multiple different ways to do a smear frame, but the way that I do it is probably the most common way that it's done. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, chat. Chat, our humping emote is done. I can't call it hump on Twitch because, you know, TOS. I'll call it like dance or something. But it's ready to be imported into Twitch. I just gotta do all the fancy stuff. What frame is this? 93? 93 to 104. Maybe I should down a coffee and get it done by tonight. What time is it? Don't you need to be up for school? I sound like your mother. I'm not your mom. Do whatever you want. But like, curious. 93 to 104. One is dance. I wish we had emotes like this on Blue Twitch. I have no idea how quote-unquote Blue Twitch works, but if there are any Blue Twitch content creators that need some funky emotes, I'm willing to help make that a reality. I'm willing to do that for you. Alright, let's get this new one ready. Doctor's note, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. You were literally just talking about that. I'm so sorry. Well, not literally just, but like, you know, you were talking about that a little bit ago. It's in here. Dance. We dance. Alright, chat. I really quickly need to pee. Give me a couple of seconds. I'll be right back. I'm back, chat. Aww. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that the Sylph has gone to pee emote is now the spinning emote instead of the fire emote. I appreciate that. It does make me kind of want to use the microwave variant though. We gotta put her in a microwave. Alright, 24 frames, convert. Oh fuck! I kept the sketch layer on. I gotta fix that, hang on. Overwrite this. You can kind of see it in the back, the thingamajig. I gotta reset this. I fixed it. I re-exported it. It's fine. I love the spinning emote. I still think my favorite one is the yippee, the jumping one. I still think that's my favorite one though. But maybe when we import the dance emote, maybe the dance will be the new favorite. Alright, now we have to go to effects. 0, 225, 60. Clean up only by 1 pixel. Perfect. Alright, now we can resize the bitch and get her ready. 1, 2. Ooh, I think this one might be really, really close second. I think Yippee is still gonna be the top one, but this is close. Size that. Then, what is it, 28? Yeah, 28. Perfect. Okay. I can bring you guys back to good old Toon Boom. Alright, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna upload this to our emotes collection. This one. This.
Oh no, not that one. This one. I'm gonna call it dance. Because, you know, Twitch won't let me name it what it actually is. Alright everyone, if you want to reload the Twitch page, you wanna reload, then when you refresh the page, the emote should be ready. Let me take a look. I just reloaded on stream to check. There it is. Haha, perfect. I'm very happy with this. Okay. Next one is probably also gonna be a banger. Not to toot my own horn. We've got Fat Booty Rosha shaking his fat ass. We needed at least one Rosha emote, so this is what we're doing. I also like Skinner's idea of doing a scrunkly emote. The problem is I only know how to make the scrunkly emotes using Photoshop, and I don't have access to Photoshop anymore. So I don't know how I'm gonna do the content aware scaling that's needed for the scrunkle, but I will figure it out. Yes. I think this emote is gonna be pretty banging. I will say, during the rough phase, I did cheat and just kind of copy-paste his tail and put it wherever I needed to put it. So, that's what I'm gonna do now. Instead of redrawing it like a loser. Don't ask me why he needs to be so fat in this emote. He's just throwing it back, okay? Let my son have fun. Let's call this one earning tips. We'll see, we'll see. I don't want to make the emote names too long, but that is really fucking funny. I need to import Rosha's color palette too when it comes to coloring. I've only got my color palette in here. I haven't got his to bring it in. That's the tail in place. I could probably cheat and do a circle. And this in. Okay, that bit fits basically perfectly. Alright, what I'm gonna do is that I can move this one individually. There, that'll do.
Chad, this emote is how I got my wife.
This is the official snoo mating ritual. The courtship, if you will, that snoos go through to acquire their lifetime mates. And honestly, like, if you were a snoo, would you
Would you not be enthralled? Would you not be enthralled by throwing it back like that? If I was a snoo, I'd probably be all over that. Alright, there we go. I'm out of soft drink. Actually, no, I'm not out of soft drink. I'm not. I have more soft drink in the fridge. Give me a second, chat. My throat really hurts because I'm not drinking my tea, but I'm saving my tea for the gaming section of the stream. Let me get some more of my soft drink. I'm back. I've got my drink. I've got soft drink of choice today is vanilla Coke. I've explored a little bit with my other flavors, and now I'm back to my good old reliable, my basic bitch. I don't have 2 Discord tabs open. How's that even possible? Okay. The emote will probably be too small to see his eyebrow, but I'm gonna put the eyebrow in anyway. Good choice today. Yeah, I love a good vanilla Coke. My favorite, I think it was Pepsi actually. My favorite Pepsi flavor was the limited edition creaming soda Pepsi that they did in, I want to say 2019. It was good. It was very good. But it was limited edition, so it doesn't really exist anymore. The strawberries and cream Pepsi comes kind of close. Kind of. I wouldn't say I like it, but I do, if I see it, I do go out of my way to drink it. It's really weird. It's not the same flavor, but it's close enough to that flavor that I keep going back to it. Fine vintage today, madam. I love that you say that because I actually am drinking it from a wine glass. I'm drinking my vanilla Coke out of a wine glass. It's not like a traditional wine glass. It's one of the ones that doesn't have, for lack of a better term, the stem. It's just the cup part of the wine glass. But it's so nice. It's a Christmas-themed wine glass that my grandmother bought me for Christmas last year. And even though it's not Christmas, and even though I would never drink wine out of this glass, it's pretty fucking nice. Ooh. I love drinking out of my wine glass, even if what I'm drinking is not wine. It's, I don't know, it just does things to me. It's such a nice vibe. I'ma call that psychic. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. You deserve that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to cheat this one. Oh, actually, if I do this, then maybe. Yeah, that worked. Work smarter, not harder, chat. Once I finish my chicken sandwich, count your days. What kind of chicken sandwich, though? Asking the important questions. I love me a good chicken sandwich, so I need a detailed paragraph of the contents of your chicken sandwich. This isn't a negotiable. I need that. Also, what kind of chicken? Is it chicken slices? Is it shredded chicken? Is it like, you know, the classic store-bought sandwich chicken? Is it roast chicken? Is it like grilled chicken? Chicken schnitzel? I need the details. What am I doing, chat? What am I doing? I'm spending my afternoon drawing an emote of my text-to-speech bot shaking his fat ass into the camera. What am I doing? what am I doing? My god. Ooh, we've got our descriptor. We've got our descriptor, chat. Leftover barbecue chicken breast, soy and garlic marinade with some sweet baby rays on flat. That sounds so good. Holy shit. Can I have a bite of your chicken sandwich? I want a bite of your chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwiches used to be my go-to when I was just making a really quick lunch just to bring to work back when I was able to work. And then the partner and I did a Resident Evil themed day. Back when we had decent money, we used to every now and again do a themed day where we would make food related to the theme. We would watch movies and play video games related to the theme. Sometimes we would do cocktails or mocktails related to it as well. So for the Resident Evil day, we had, I think it was either G virus or T virus, but we made like I think it was G. T. We made T virus themed mocktails, sorry. We had Leon pancakes, because if you take the, which were lemon pancakes, because if you take the M out of lemon, you've got Leon, so we made Leon pancakes. And we made Jill sandwiches, and we found a Jill sandwich recipe online that we tried. And the recipe called for turkey. It was a turkey sandwich. And I had never had turkey before. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't know about this. And now, when my go-to for a sandwich isn't chicken anymore, it's turkey. Fucking love a good turkey sandwich. Nemi also loves turkey, which is a bit of a problem. Nemi doesn't usually like the food that we give him. Like our food that we give him. So the fact that he went cuckoo bananas for turkey was exciting and also kind of frustrating. He inhales turkey. A bit concerning. But you know, whatever makes my boy happy. Oh, I do. No, not like that. I want that. There we go. Between Sylv's knee problems and Jake's back problems, my money would be on Sylv. You reckon I would beat Jake in a fight? I probably would. Although I will say, my good knee, my quote-unquote good knee, I have stopped calling it my good knee. I just call it my other knee now, because it has to carry so much extra weight. And over the past week or so, I've been putting a lot of pressure on it. So now my other knee is also kind of super fucked up. But I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm pushing it too hard to make up for my bad knee. I don't think my other knee is as bad. I think it's just in pain because I'm pushing it too hard. Will I stop? No. Because I have shit to do. But, you know. We'll go like that. Still need your pointy hair. I don't know why I did this. The aircon's getting cold. I have height and weight. I have 30 seconds to win before I lose my strength. 30 seconds is all I can spare to play with you. I reckon I could beat you. I reckon I could beat you in a fight. I know my knees are super fucked up, but literally all I would have to do is, like, outpace you for a little bit. And I'm pretty sure back problems would impact your mobility way more than my knee problems will. I think if I can just avoid being directly, like, making direct contact with you for 30 seconds, I think I win. This emote is gonna look so strange. Alright, let's see. The best part about this emote, though, is that I can just kind of draw a circle and then use this tool to kind of fix it up. My son's mighty posterior. This bit doesn't matter because this bit's getting erased, and then I can just kind of this in like that. Fill that in a bit too. What time is it? 4:55. Okay. I want to at least do 3.5 hours of artwork before we switch over. So we've got like, what, 30 minutes? I think we've got about 30 minutes before we tick over, play a video game, chill out for a bit.
Are you not entertained? Toss me your bits and subs and I'll shake it.
Chat. Okay, chat, wait. If I switch from stream elements alerts to Twitch alerts, then I can get an extra 2 animated slots. For let's say 10 gifted. For 10 gifted, I will switch to Twitch animated emotes, Twitch animated alerts, get those 2 extra slots, and I will draw a matching booty shake emote for Rosha's wife. So you get a Rosha booty shake and you get a wife booty shake for 10 gifted. The only reason I say 10 gifted is because it's actually a little bit of a process to transfer from stream elements alerts to Twitch alerts, at least for me. Because I'm gonna redo all of my alert animations soon anyway. So if I make the switch over, I'm gonna be so dead ass. I down alcohol and just go drunken fist style to counter the pain. Shit. Nah, not even I can do that. It's so funny because once I didn't have my first drink until I was, I think, 20. In Australia, the legal drinking age is 18. And yeah, I don't think I had my first drink until I was about 20. I think. It might have been 19, I don't remember. But I remember once I had my first drink, I was like, oh yeah, this isn't so bad, I guess. Like, I can kind of see why people would like this. And whenever I went out to dinner with my family, if I had my ID card, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll grab a glass of wine to go with my dinner. And I don't remember if it was just my dad or if it was my dad and my mom, but they would be like, oh damn, you're becoming an alcoholic. You're such an alcoholic having like wine with your dinner, or like having like a tiny glass of like, I don't know, vodka lemonade with your dinner. Like, you're such an alcoholic. And to be fair, like, on both sides. On one hand, I was, like, doing it whenever we went out to eat at a restaurant as a family. But we only went out to restaurants to eat as a family once every 1 to 2 months. Which meant that even if I was having an alcoholic drink with dinner every time we went out to eat, I was still only having 1 drink every 1 to 2 months. But no, the second I ordered a drink, I was an alcoholic. And now that I don't drink anymore, not because of that, by the way, just unrelated things, like, you know, I just don't think drinking is for me anymore. Now that I don't drink, it's weird that I don't drink. They're like, why don't you drink anymore? You sure you don't want one? Why are you being such a prude? Why don't you have a drink with us? It's like, dude, you just want to have a go at me. You just want to hurt me. You just hate me. On very, very rare occasion, I might have a sip of whatever alcohol the boyfriend is drinking. But I don't think I've had a full alcoholic drink to myself in... Ooh, maybe a year. I don't know. It's been a long time. And it's not because I was like, oh, I have a problem, I'm super dependent on this or whatever. I just don't like it. I don't like how it makes my body feel. Even if I am only having 1 or 2 drinks, it goes like straight to my head and I don't like how that feels. Maybe the Parasite Eve stream? No, I think I had some after that point. Because I wouldn't drink it, like, at home, but I still had, like, I was still going to bars with my workmates. Although, like, I would still go to bars with my workmates after I stopped drinking and I just wouldn't drink anything. I genuinely don't remember. I'm gonna use V from BTS as a base for the spite art. I mean, fan art. I'm curious how it's gonna turn out, all things considered. Al, do you like our son Rocher shaking that ass for Twitch bits? He has revealed to us that this legendary booty shake is in fact the snoo mating call, or the courtship ritual. Alright, I can probably kind of cheese this line here as far as it'll let me. Okay. You let me bring it. Okay. Let me bring it all the way down. It just looks kind of weird. There we go. Okay, nice. Money's still on Sylv. She's at dick punching height. That is so true. That is so true. I am at dick punching height. Sylv will probably win. She's stonker than she appears, but she'll crash hard when it's over. That is so true. When push comes to shove, and I go into, like, adrenaline mode for whatever reason it may be, I can hold my ground pretty decently. But the second it's over, I am crashing so hard and so fast. Have I told you guys about the encounter that we had at a train station in the city? It was, oh, what birthday was it? I think it was my 21st or 22nd. I don't remember. We had a couple of friends out. We went to Korean barbecue. We had a couple of drinks. We dropped off one of my friends at the train station. And me, the boyfriend, we weren't dating at the time, which is why it has to have been my 21st or 22nd. But me, the boyfriend, and one of our other friends, Loki, were leaving the train station. We were just gonna hang out for a little bit and then go home. And there was this, like, she couldn't have been older than 16. There were, like, these two 16-year-olds. And they were walking the opposite direction of us. And our paths met for a little bit. And shortly after they walked past us, there was this, like, social distancing, like, sign that was on our path. and one of the 16-year-old girls like jumped up and like knocked it to the ground. And I had had a couple of drinks that night, so my filter was non-existent. So really loud, because I wanted it to be loud enough for her to hear, I just said, "Oh, that's really mature of you, isn't it?" And I stopped in my tracks and I picked up the sign. And as I was picking up the sign, Loki and Hal both realized what I was doing and they helped me pick up the sign. And we kept walking, and there was like staff for the train station there. They watched what we did. They said thank you to us. We kept walking. We were almost out of the train station when we hear someone calling out to us. And we turn around, and it's the girl that knocked over the sign and the other girl that she was with. And the girl that she was with walked up to me, got all up in my face, and she was like, "Did you call my sister a bitch?" And I just kind of stared at her really blankly, and I was like, "No, I didn't call your sister a bitch, but she sure as hell is acting like one." And this girl got so pissed. She was like, "Oh my god," like she was getting real in my face. She was like, "I'm gonna bash your head in. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. How dare you talk to my sister that way?" And then all of a sudden, like four teenage guys come up behind her and they start backing her up. And at this point, Loki and Hal are like kind of scared. But they're scared because they reckon we're gonna fight. And they both kind of put themselves in front of me a little bit. And the guys are psyching themselves up. Loki and Hal are waiting for one of them to throw a punch, because the second they throw a punch, whatever we do in return is considered self-defense. So they're waiting for it. And I look this girl dead in the eye, and I pull out my phone, and I said, "Or I'm just gonna call the police." And immediately the boys like kind of tense up and get a little scared. And she's like, "Oh, why are you calling the police for?" And I'm like, "Because you're threatening my safety in a public space. So I'm just gonna call the police now." And the guys are like grabbing the two chicks and like, "Let's go, let's run, let's get out of here. We can't deal with the police." And they all left. And as they're running away, the girl that threatened to beat me up just starts screaming. He's like, "Oh, go fucking call the police. The police love me." And they left. I put my phone away. Hal and Loki like start chilling out. They're like, "Oh, phew, thank God that's over." We leave the train station. And keep in mind, I was super deadpan and like really chill and calm the entire interaction. The second those teenagers were out of sight and we were out of the train station and the whole situation was done, I started bawling my eyes out. I was fucking terrified. And I held my ground through that entire altercation. It like, you wouldn't know that I was scared in that moment, you know? But as soon as it was all over, I just started bawling my eyes out, and Loki and Hal are like, "Are you okay? Like, it's over now. It's done. Like, why are you upset now?" It's like, I just didn't want to cry in front of them, and now that they're gone, I can let it out. So yeah, that was... that's the train station incident. Nothing happened. It was just a bunch of teenagers being kids, but like, oh my goodness. Alright, I'm looking at a picture of Rosha so I draw his ass properly. I was very ready to take a hit that night. Yeah. And on one hand, I'm really sorry that I put you and Loki through that. But at the same time, like, I don't think it was my fault. Because if those teenagers just weren't a bunch of fucking dickheads, then, like, none of it would have happened. Like, again, I'm sorry you and Loki went through that, but also, like, I would do it again. Because their behavior was so unnecessary and childish. I don't know if I should do the detailing in his eyes because the emote's gonna be so small, but maybe I should. Oop. Hello! Hello, Makala? Is that how I say it? Hello, welcome in. Oh, chat, look at his fat ass. Oh, wait, it's so... There we go. Look at his fat ass. Got it right? Thank you. I'm not the best at pronunciations, but I try my best. My bestest, if you will. We're just working on some animated emotes for the chat. Because I've had access to animated emotes for the longest time, and I just keep putting off making them. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna make some emotes. So that's what we're doing. We're making emotes. I didn't draw his wings in this emote, but I didn't draw the wings because I felt like it would clutter the piece way too much. The focus is the fact that he's shaking his butt. So, I don't think his wings need to be part of this. He's so fat. Alright, we're gonna draw this. That's gonna be like his other color. Did I color his... Yeah, I did. I don't know why, I just didn't remember coloring his eyebrows. And I had like a flash forward to exporting the GIF and being like, oh my god, I didn't draw his eyebrows. I did draw his eyebrows. Reminds me of when my East Coast friends came to visit and we were eating at a park at night. This group of teens set off a firework 15 feet from us, and after it was done, I stood up and yelled, "Are you fucking stupid? You better run fast, you Hot Topic rejects." First time I ever raised my voice in public. Well, I feel like lighting a firework in that close proximity to other people warrants raising your voice in public. Unless you're in, like, South America. When I went to Uruguay for Christmas, setting off fireworks literally right next to people and, like, in people's faces was just a normal thing. "90% of people get my name wrong anyway, because even though it's wrong, it's also right at the same time. It just depends on the gender." Oh, okay. The way you said it was right for me as male, but it's also pronounced Michaela for female. I was going to pronounce it as Michaela, but then I didn't see like the Y or the I, so I like stopped myself for a second. I was like, wait, is it Michaela or is it Makala? I'm not sure. So I went with Makala, and I'm glad that my internal stress of getting it wrong made me get it right. It reminds me of when I first discovered that Ashley was a gender-neutral name. I didn't know that because I only ever knew girls that were named Ashley. And then I think my dad was watching like a Formula 1 race, and one of the races' name was Ashley, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know girls could race, and he laughed, and he was like, that's a boy. It wasn't silly, of course girls can race. It was, haha, that's a boy. That works, that works. I like having soft drink while I stream, but also my throat is screaming for some nice hot tea. The tea will come soon. I don't get too caught up on it anymore. I've been called Michaela for like 18 years. I'm so sorry. You know what it reminds me of, actually? When I was in 9th grade and 10th grade, I was doing, what was it called? It was called IST, I think. It was one of the computer science. It was like game development course in high school. And the teacher, like, I had this teacher for 2 years. And the entire 2 years, he would always pronounce my name wrong. And after, like, the first, I want to say, like, the first term and a half, so, like, 15 weeks, I just stopped correcting him. I was like, you know what? I correct you multiple times a week because I had that class, like, I think it was 3, maybe 4 days a week. I correct you multiple times a week for 15 weeks. You're still not getting it. I'm just gonna give up. So I get it. But also, my name's not that hard. When I was in kindergarten and like grade school, everyone made me think my name was really, really difficult to pronounce, but it's not. It's spelt phonetically, I think is the correct word for it. It's spelt phonetically, so it's pronounced how it's spelt, right? I don't understand, like, and then as I got older, I would tell people like, oh yeah, my name is difficult to pronounce. They would look at me and they'd be like, who told you that? Like, who was complaining about your name being hard to pronounce to you? Because it's really not that bad. And then I was like, oh, it's not that my name was difficult to pronounce, it's that they didn't care. Pick it up. There we go. Got it. Alright, chat. Oh, this is gonna look so bad. It's gonna look so bad. The problem is now I need to change the color of the color card because Rocher is green. So I'm gonna change the color card blue. Go with 00225, the purest of blue that I can get. People keep mistaking me for Hawaiian when I'm Mexican. People keep mistaking me for Greek. I get told that I look Greek a lot. Alright. Let's see, this is frame 106. To frame 117. Alright, I'm really quickly gonna turn on the light, because even though we're only gonna be doing art for maybe another like 10 minutes, it's getting dark in here, and I don't know if the camera is gonna have a good time picking up my face. So give me 1 sec. Alright, I'm back. You don't look Greek, you look Spanish? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I look Greek. Although, to be fair, the people who say I look Greek are other Greeks. So... Alright, let's flip this over so you can watch me export this emote for you all. Time, chat. Oh wait, hang on. It's not time. I didn't even export it yet. What was it? It was 106 to... I wrote it down. 117. I'm gonna call this one Shake. Because Twitch won't let me call it what it really is. Alright, there we go. Now we can do this. It is... Notes. Shake, there it is. Perfect. We want 24 frames. We don't need to touch anything else. Chat, what do you think? Oh, it looks awful. All right. Get this ready. Cut out 00225. No, I don't want to rotate. Clean the pixels only by 1. Hopefully this works. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yes! 'Cause it's perfect! I can't wait. Can't wait to have this ready. Alright, hang on. 112 by 112. Oh my god, even emote forms. Fucking perfect, dude. Alright. This isn't the worst emote that we've made. I don't We don't need to be freaking out over it. Did I download it? No. Wait. I have no idea. Save. Okay, I did now. 56 by 56. Perfect, and last one, whoops, 28 by 28. Excellent. All right. Let me set this up for you guys. Emotes. What time is it? 5. We're looking for these ones. Alright, there we go. Alright, this one is going to be called Shake. Perfect. Alright, everyone, reload the stream. Reload the stream, everyone. Here you go. Perfect, there it is. Alright, it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. Alright. No, Jake! No! Why would you do this to me? I thought we were bin chillin'. No, Rogue, no! I thought we were bin chillin'! No! I've given you guys too much power. Alright, there we go. I saved my file. We have 5 minutes before I, like, want to move over. But I do really quickly, because I had an idea at the start of the stream. Not the start of the stream, but, like, kind of close. I really quickly just want to at least rough out this one, and then I can work on it off stream. I just really want to get this one down because it's poking fun at me, and I think it'll be really funny. I think you guys will like it because you guys will get to use it every time I'm a dumbass. Alright, I like the combo with the hands on fire. That's pretty funny. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet. I'm just trying to speed run getting this, like, rough. Back here. closer. Actually, no. No, for the face, that's... I mean, sorry. Not for the face. For the, body, that's fine. At this point, I need to save Silver Palette in Procreate. I should do that too, actually. With all the drawing I've been doing on my iPad recently, I should have a color palette of my character in Procreate. I just don't, because I don't know how to do it, and I'm lazy. Alright, chat, so hear me out. This is the base. I'll fix the mouth later. This is the base of the emote, right? And then slowly from the bottom of the screen, we're gonna have this. There you go. So now every time I'm a dumbass and I mix up my left and right, or I'm not reading the stream instructions properly, or the game instructions properly, and I complain that I don't know what I'm doing because I don't read it properly, you guys can use this emote. Starts off... Whoop, hang on. I gotta grab all of the red, please. Okay. Oh, it's doing that. Why is it doing that? Starts off like this, and then really, really slowly just... I think that would be really funny. I don't know if I'll keep it, but it was an idea that I had that I really like. Okay. Will the eyes flick back and forth? Yes. I also don't know if I'm gonna keep the expression like this, squinting, or if instead we'll do like the really big, like slightly panicked eyes, like... I'll decide when I get time to make it. But for now, that's it. What are we gonna do next art stream? I think next art stream, I'm gonna finally do some custom alerts, because you guys know when we've got follower, subscriber, bit alerts, it's all a shinks. I think I want to finally have my own custom alert animations. Now that I've done them for Howl, I feel more comfortable doing them, so I might make those. And then we can switch to the Twitch alerts, and then we can get more animated emote slots. That'll be really fun. But for now, I'm gonna pack this up. I hope you guys enjoyed the emotes that we did manage to make. I'm gonna throw you guys back to the starting soon screen for a tiny bit while I move my entire setup over to the couch. So get cozy, have a drink, go get yourself a snack, go get lunch or dinner if you haven't had anything already. And get comfortable. I'll see you guys again in maybe 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how long it takes me to move all of my stuff. sorry. I took the time to go to the bathroom while I was setting everything up because I needed to pee. That's just it. I just needed to pee. But we're back now. We're having a good time. What do I need to do? I need to remember where I put Minecraft story mode. I have it on PC. See. It'll be my games folder. Games. Here we go. Minecraft story mode season 2. Really quickly before we go too far, I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube's end. And then restart it just so that my gaming streams are in separate categories. Really quickly.